Which one do we have to rely on? Para 35 and para 16?
Yes.
My lord, those are with respect to the questions, my lord. I may be now permitted to place the judgments that are there,
Yes.
my lord, on these questions.
We would
Questions
ask,
will be giving a compilation.
we would ask you to give a list of such questions which you have raised. You can also take it from other petitions and your objection. We may
So
put
one
it
list of all those
We might.
questions. My lord. Now, my lord, as regards the sanctity of such examinations, my lord, and the importance that has been ascribed and attached to it, and rightly so, my lord, by way of several judicial pronouncements that are there. Now, the law is clear, my lord. As per the preamble, it is not the duty of the judiciary alone, my lord, to dispense justice. They all have to do justice. It is only in an event of miscarriage of justice, my lord, when judiciary becomes relevant. So at the first instance, my lord, it was for the Bihar Public Service Commission to do justice to the examination as was being held by. There is a complete failure on their part. If somebody feels, my lord, he has been wronged, it is the responsibility of the state to ensure, my lord, that the person does not go home with that feeling. And it is to placate alone that, my lord, this entire scheme and the system had been devised.
No difficulty.
And therefore, my lord, my emphasis was on the on Article 14 and 16, my lord, and how they have been breached, my lord, in the most flagrant and blatant possible way in the conduct of the preliminary test examination. It is a case where, my lord, the state says that in those centers there were certain irregularities. Therefore, we are reconducting it. Reconducting it on the basis of a different set of questions. Now, under the same state, my lord, there are examinations where, my lord, on account of a large number of participants for the same test, the examinations are conducted on different dates using different question papers, even if it is objective type. And upon conclusion of such an exercise, my lord, they have undertaken the exercise of normalization. They call it sometimes scaling down in case of examinations.
What was this issue of normalization even before the examination had taken place?
Normalization, my lord,
where one of Mr. Giri's clients was beaten up before the main exam, before the preliminary examination, first time.
He was prospectively agreed, my lord. I would not comment on that.
No, but what is this? Why normalization before everything?
I am unaware of that demand, my lord.
That's what he said yesterday. We will ask them. नहीं तो उस समय कौन सी नॉर्मलाइजेशन की बात थी? क्या अनाउंस किया था कि हम कोई इशू होगा नहीं भी तब भी हम नॉर्मलाइजेशन करेंगे? अरे भाई, इशू क्या था? इशू क्या था?
इशू जो था कि नॉर्मलाइजेशन नहीं होना चाहिए।
चलिए, यस,
नहीं होगा।
We are not concerned with the injury to one of your clients presently. We are asking for something else.
P3 may kindly be seen. What led to that, my lord? And
Yes.
it's P3 at page 73.
Page
73, my lord. नॉर्मलाइजेशन प्रक्रिया अपनाए जाने संबंधित भ्रामक खबरें विभिन्न सोशल मीडिया प्लेटफॉर्म पर चलाई जा रही है। आयोग स्वयं हतप्रभ है कि नॉर्मलाइजेशन की प्रक्रिया अपनाए जाने संबंधी भ्रामक खबर कैसे एवं कहां से उत्पन्न हुआ है, जबकि नॉर्मलाइजेशन अपनाए जाने संबंधी कोई प्रस्ताव ही नहीं था। आयोग द्वारा उक्त परीक्षा में नॉर्मलाइजेशन प्रक्रिया अपनाए जाने संबंधी काल्पनिक अफवाह फैलाने का प्रयास कतिपय कोचिंग संचालकों normalization
only
is
when
my
two
lord,
examinations
it is
are held, different
my
sets of questions or
lord,
whatever.
then
Controller said that
it clarified that there won't be any normalization. Till then, my lord, it is on the 6th of December that the notice was issued, the press note came, my lord. Whereas the examination was conducted on the 13th. There is no problem.
so it all started before the examination began. You may not agree, but this looks like
My
that.
lord, if I may just say, I'm not casting.
The campaign starts much before the selection test is held.
See, he says that
They have not reached.
you can't hear.
What I was trying to show, my lord, was that the commission did not have any intention of conducting it on more than one day. But lo and behold, my lord, they conducted it on two different dates for a different set of students. My lord, that level playing has to be done. This is all that I am submitting. My lord, judgment is 2021 for SEC 631, my lord.
No photocopies.
We had given the list yesterday, my lord.
You have been attending this court for about 2 months now.
Before that also, my lord, in other courtroom, I had furnished those photocopies, my lord, but this time it just...
How can you forget this? This is putting the entire court
Service Selection Board, my lord.
Yes.
If I may make this submission, my lord, neither do I have the standing.
Just
my
show
lord,
the
nor-
paragraph and be done with it.
What I am submitting here, my lord, every time it is judicial examination, my
This
lord.
is in continuation of your argument that the justice is not only the sole, doing justice is not only left to courts, it is for
Recruitment examination, my lords, despite having conducted that on the administrative side, scrapped it on the judicial side because there were defective questions. Now, my lord, this Sachin Kumar, it furthermore batch of SLPs, we need not reinvent the wheel. It is a case like that only. It is a tried proposition of law now. If there is a failure on your part, you only are going to face the brunt. And my lord, there is no hardship involved. They just have to conduct the examination, and that is what they do, and that is what they have to do. Grace would have required them to raise their hands and say, all right, we will conduct another one. Over the last 5 decades, several decisions of this court have dealt with the fundamental issue of when the process of examination convening the selection process comes to the conclusion even or circumstances the process has lost its legitimacy, leaving no option but to cancel it in its entirety. Where a decision along those lines is taken, it does not turn upon a fact-finding exercise into individual acts involving the use of malpractices or unfair means, where a recourse
That's right. Over and over again, the court is emphasizing on the systemic fraud and irregularities, not the isolated.
It is not an individual having been wrong, man. We say that those...
No, that's... This is with respect to holding of examination, holding an examination to be bad, vitiated by fraud, vitiated by irregularities, where there could not be any segregation. They say that large-scale irregularities, including those which have the effect of denying equal access to similarly circumstanced candidates, are suggestive of a malay which has eroded the credibility of the process.
It is not a case of taint at all, my lord, in the present case.
No,
it is
right.
systemic alone. It is not a case that they have been benefited or the question paper was leaked and these are the beneficiaries or these are the ones who
in general parlance is being understood as systematic. No,
systemic.
Systemic fraud or irregularities, the entire process becomes illegitimate.
Systemic is, my lord, a part of that system. The process, the procedure, there is a failure on their part. There is a clear-cut failure in the instant case, my lord, and then emphasis on Article 16, my lord. In the middle, my lord would find a fair and reasonable process of selection to post subject to the norm of equality of opportunity under Article 16(1) is a constitutional requirement. This, I believe, my lord, was trying yesterday, but the expressions that I was using perhaps were not as accurate, my lord. But this is all that I submit. There is a systemic failure on their part.
That's right, but this statement may not be directly read and imported.
Not at all.
In a situation where a second examination has been held because of segregation.
It has been held because of segregation only, man.
It has been.
There
was a large-scale complaint from one center.
But it is segregation. The basis of segregation is not tainted or untainted. The basis of segregation and reconduct, we won't call it segregation.
You can call it.
Reconduct is because there is systemic failure.
Anyway, yes.
Then, my lord, then of course, this is not platitudinous exactly, my lord, but these are certain things that we need not repeat to ourselves. Now, my lord, para 64 at page 672. I'm very sorry, my lord, for emphasizing on things. 655, paragraph 35, right above that, my lord. The heading was capital F, the position in law. This position is law is what we are relying upon.
Okay.
This is the basis and this is the grundnorm for the present case for us. 672, my lord. Para 64. My lord,
Yes.
G, margin G, my lord, at the bottom, my lord, fine.
Yes.
In the present case, we have seen, in the
Yes.
present case, as we have seen, there was a basic denial of equal access to Tier 1 examination. The nature of the allegations which were found to be substantiated upon a careful examination by the first committee showed that the credibility of the process itself has been eroded. In such a situation where a decision is taken by the government to cancel the entire process, it cannot be held to be
This was against the decision of the
my lord,
government,
the
to
government to
cancel.
cancel. But the principle remains, my lord, that the
Huh?
sanctity has been eroded.
Yeah.
And my lord, it is not those who were beaten up before the conduct of the examination who were responsible for leaking out the question paper. The commission could not keep its house in order. It were their invigilators, it were the members of state services, etc., my lord, who were entrusted with that duty. There was a complete failure on their part. For a state like Bihar, my lord, which boasts about its population exceeding 10 crores now, cannot hold an examination for 4 lakh. If that be so, my lord, then I would not go very far. This is my state, but there is a failure somewhere. And that must be cured before it is too late. There has not been a single examination, my lord, where the courts have not interfered or the model answers were not changed right since that 48 to 52nd. I'm making this submission, my lord, on record. There are judgments in which this honorable court has cautioned them. I'll be getting those judgments if need be, my lord, that this is not how public service the examinations
That's right.
are to be
After
held.
Sachin, which case?
My lord, this is 2015 6 SEC 573.
Name of the case?
Tanvi Sarwal.
Tanvi Sarwal, where again the examination was
My
cancelled.
lord. Paragraph number 18, my lord. I'll just give the previous, my lord. It's 594 if I'm not wrong. Para 18, my lord.
Yes.
As has been noticed herein above, the disclosures in the investigation suggest that the benefit of answer key has been availed by several candidates taking the examination by illegal means. Candidates have availed such a new advantage, being a part of the overall design, and in the process have been unduly benefited for the other students who had made sincere and genuine endeavors to solve the answer paper on the basis of their devoted preparation and hard labor. In view of the widespread network that has operated as the status reports disclose and the admission of the persons arrested, including some beneficiary candidates, we are of the opinion, in view of the strong possibilities of identification of other candidates, before me, I brought to the notice of this honorable court, my lord, not the PIL, my lord.
Fortunately.
But my lord, I must convey my reservations over a few points. There are two
Tanvi.
more paragraphs, my lord.
Yes.
Para 20 and para 23. These are the consequences of this, my lord, doubt being there. It cannot be brushed aside, my lord. Para 20. reason behind not interfering in such matters, my lord. But what the Honorable Apex Court has to say is, however, according to us, is the price the stakeholders would have to suffer in order to maintain the impeccable and irrefutable sanctity and credibility of a process of examination to assess the innate worth and capability of participating candidates for being assigned inter se merit positions commensurate to their performance based on genuine and sincere endeavors. It is a collective hijack the process for selfish gain along the unscrupulous beneficiaries thereof. Though the board has taken a plea that having regard to the enormity of the exercise to be undertaken, the same cannot be redone before 4 months, we would emphasize that this is an occasion where the board ought to gear up in full all its resources in the right spirit, in coordination with all other institutions that may be involved, so as to act in tandem and hold the examination afresh at the earliest. A wishful thing. Yes. This is the situation that we are faced with. They are not saying that this does not happen or that did not happen. They say we have declared.
All right. Next.
This is an old judgment celebrated one, my lord. Union of India versus O. Chakradhar.
Union of India versus?
Union of India versus O. Chakradhar. Para 8 at page 151.
Yes, sir.
In our view, para 8 man.
Yes.
In our view, the nature and the extent of illegalities and irregularities and wrongfully deprived of their selection. In such cases, it will neither be possible nor necessary to issue individual show-cause notices to each selectee. The only way out would be to cancel the whole selection. Motive behind the irregularities committed also has its relevance. We are still, my lord, at a preliminary stage.
Now, if
the demand for Chinese goods,
Mr. Srivastav, you know the law.
for no valid reason. This is the stage, my lord. This is my most respectful submission. And as regards, my lord, when there is doubt, when there is a doubt with respect to the correctness of the question papers, the course as is required to be adopted, my lord, is decided. Page 698, my lord. Not in any manner contributed to the preparation of the erroneous key or the distorted result. There is no mention of any fraud or malpractice against the applicants who have served the state for nearly 7 years now. In the circumstances, while the inter se merit position may be relevant for the applicant, the outer of the latter need not be an inevitable and inexorable consequence of such a revaluation. No, it is not that. I'm sorry, madam.
This paragraph 15. So you are reading para 15 only, no?
My lord, there in our view, no merit in the contention so far as, my lord, it has been stated in this judgment, my lord, that this is the appropriate course to be adopted. I'll just ask somebody, my lord, I lost the correct footnote. I'll just find that out, my lord.
Item, you will find it. I mean, though it refers to para 15 only, but para 15 is couched in a different
Lord,
way.
yes, that expression is not.
The necessary law position has been explained. The model key answer
Selection.
which is used for evaluating, the first one. The result prepared on the basis of same could be no different.
My lord, yes, this is para 15.
A series was vitiated. This was bound to affect the result of the entire examination for every candidate, whether or not he was a party to the proceeding. That's right. We don't find it in para 15. This entire
This expression is not. Anyhow, my lord,
you rely on this.
My lord, now we are in the habit of control F. That is why it's become very difficult. Page 87. Page 81, my lord. 2018-8 SEC, page 81. Para 15 and 16, my lord. Page 87.
EC code base month. Para 15.
My lord, yes. Entertain such challenges on very limited ground and are always given due weight to the opinions of subject experts. A three-judge bench of this court in Kanpur University versus Samir Gupta had occasion to consider a case where challenge was made to the key answers supplied by the paper setter with regard to multiple choice of the objective type test for admission in medical courses through combined The objections to the key answers are to be examined by the experts and thereafter corrective measures, if any, correctness of the key answers adopted by the commission. The High Court repelled the challenge, accepting the views of the and appellant satisfied this court that certain answers need re-examination by experts. This court issued directions on so and so. My lord, the expression no my lord, it cannot be.
Let's see.
It was the first instance, my lord, examination.
You also want to cite Vijay Singh.
Vijay Singh, my lord, we could not. My lord, para 15, it's there, my lord, in the middle somewhere. Para 15 of Rajesh Kumar and the state versus state of Bihar, my lord. 2013-4 SEC, my lord. It will be page 696.
Para 15.
Para 15, my lord, in the middle. E.
5, 6,
It has
7.
been, my lord.
All right.
That is also 2018 only, my lord.
I would not remember the
My
year.
lord, we'll get that. So I'll sum up by
Up
submitting.
till
my
now,
lord,
we have relied on Richel and Vijay.
my lord. Of any inconvenience. That is their job.
No. That inconvenience to I mean, at what level? Inconvenience to students who believe. I mean, they're
Of life.
Yes, Mr. YouTuber.
I-
तो फिर इनको कब शुरू करने कहेंगे? अब आज के बाद तो हम सुनेंगे नहीं.
I have still my objection in hearing him.
No, Mr.
No, this
Shahi,
is my lordship, this
we
court
will,
should
we
not
will,
be allowed to be
let
converted
us,
into.
no, it will not be. We just want to hear him 2 minutes. Yes. Not more than 2 minutes, don't repeat.
My lordship, I will base my argument on the doctrine of legitimate expectation. The violation-
Doctrine of legitimate expectation.
Expectation.
All right.
Point number 2, I will base my argument. Apart from the violation of Article 14 and 16, there is a violation of Article 21.
You don't
also.
have a legitimate expectation of anything. Legitimate expectation of your being given the opportunity of testing your intelligence, of being selected, of, I mean,
And also
in examination
and last point,
system, in recruitment process, there is no
My lordship,
legitimate
last point, there is a
expectation.
systemic failure which I will prove through the judgment. Leakage of the paper. It reached to the conclusion on the basis of the data analysis, and this data analysis are done by the IIT Chennai.
We have observed it in the earlier part of the discussions.
So the same point. What? Just
Mr. What is your name?
Pragesh Prasoon, sir.
Mr.
Pragesh.
Pragesh.
Yeah.
Now, I had forewarned you earlier also. See, this is not the process of the court. Your petition is only in the pipeline. There is an objection to your being heard. But otherwise, we are of the view, cutting across all these technical formalities, that we will hear you. But if you repeat,
I'm not repeating, sir, but
we have read,
argument.
for your satisfaction, we have read Vanshika, we have read Tanvi,
Yeah.
we have read all other cases that you
I'm
cite.
just saying, sir. I'm just saying. Just give me 2 minutes, sir. I'm just saying.
2 minutes, right by watch. We can
that-
extend it by 1 more minute, yes.
So in the re-examination 4th January, the success ratio 19.6% on an average. But if we look at the success rate of 22 centers in segregate, that may spike to 22-25%. Because my lordship, this is not a one-off event. Because in Delhi, what is study you have told, in Delhi, because we have option to choose the centers. That's why in Delhi the success rate is higher. Also, this is not a one-off event. In Delhi, always the success rate is remain higher. But in this particular case, this success rate is a one-off event. This is not a mere chance. This is not a mere coincidence. Rather, this is a systemic failure, which I will prove, my lordship, allow.
Yes, 2 minutes more. Yes.
My lordship, in this particular case, what happened? This result have been prepared. Two different exams have been taken, and this result have been prepared by merging the raw marks. This is where this entire problem has arisen.
Merging
in the examination. But my lordship, here the problem is that whenever examination takes place on two different sections, it is practice, then there has to be some methodology adopted. I would like to place my reliance on the very celebrated judgment of the constitutional bench, Sanjay Singh versus UPPSC, in which the only methodology was flawed, the entire result was cancelled. Only the formula was flawed. What I'm trying to say, my lordship, in this particular case, so what happened? The two results, the two sections marks have been combined, and what happened? That 90 marks cut off have been framed for UR general. But point here is that, my lordship, 90 marks for section 2, like on 4th of Jan, and 90 marks from section 1, that is on 13th December. These are not same. Well, on prima facie, it may appear this numerically this is same, but this is not, my lord, same. This is what I'm going to prove, my lordship, here.
Normalization
My lordship,
is in our mind. This is in our mind, and therefore we have, let the BPSC answer. Now we are aware of that.
now I would like to submit one more thing. NTA publishes result on the basis of this normalization methodology, and they based on this research, on basis of this research paper. This is the research paper. On the basis of that, they publish the result. This research paper itself says that when the examination held on multiple sessions, on the second page, my lord, sir, or the second set of slides, it is written that when the examination is held on multiple sets, then there has to be some methodology adopted. They have
Yes.
They have relied on this. What I'm trying to say, my lord, in 4 January session, there were absolute number 1165 candidates were selected.
You have raised
What I'm trying to say, when 2 sets of papers are there has to be some methodology. There has to be backed by some statistical data. What I'm trying to say. We cannot publish a combined merit list from the 2 different sets of students which were assessed on 2 different level of paper.
No.
What I'm trying to say,
you cannot postulate like this. You can only say that it is always better if 2 sets of examinations are taken on 2 different dates with different questions. Therefore, normalization should be done.
My apologies, my lordship. What I'm trying to say, in absolute number, my lordship, 1165 candidates have been selected from the 4th January. Genuine students who have been from 13 December batch, they have been denied the rightful admission to write a mains examination. In that perspective, I would like to say quote an example. In 2014 UPSC examination, the rank 1 Ira Singhal has secured rank 1, but she got only 1. This is what, and this systemic failure is completely brought up by the BPSC itself. This I will prove, my lordship, if you allow.
All right. Don't need to prove this. We cannot.
That Bapu Pariksha Parishad Center में जो कुछ हुआ, my lordship. This is what they had deliberately did it. This is what I am going to prove, my lordship. This was
the commission created disturbance.
Yeah, my lordship. This was not by mere chance. This is not by mere coincidence. This was a deliberate attempt by the commission to create a chaos at that particular center. This is, I know, my lordship, this is a very serious allegation, but I will defend it, my lordship.
They don't take notice of it. Anyway, that's over the process. We'll
73. And SOP, it is very categorically pointed out there's in any room there cannot be a student without 12 multiple of 12. Any sitting arrangement should have been multiple of 12 because there's a logic behind that. Any TES back.
That's right. The other persons who argued, they have talked about violation of SOP.
But my point here is that, my lordship, why this precaution was not taken before the conducting examination, while it is had completely taken. In fact, when BPSC had a reassessment of this entire situation after the conducting examination, in that particular report, it has never mentioned that there are 273 students sitting in that particular.
We do not accept this argument. You may suggest this, but we are not accepting this argument. We have accepted what you have said, what made sense to us. Right? All right. Thank you. Thank you. Are you a technical person by profession?
Sir, I'm a BTech engineer.
You are a BTech engineer. All right.
But I have written BPSC examination 5 times. I've appeared in interview also.
All right.
Thank you, sir.
If you find yourself convenient.
I'll aptly summarize, my lord, their argument to say that if much ado about nothing.
Mister, why are you opening the passage for them to retaliate? You argue your case. Start.
So for first case,
The PIL.
in espousing the cause of the applicants. Public interest litigation wala. तुम्हारे साथ भी प्रॉब्लम है, भाषण देने से तुमको फुर्सत मिलता है। अरे जिसमें
आपने तो फोटोकॉपी रखा है ना दो आपने फोटोकॉपी रखा है ना दो
हाँ नहीं भाई, जिसमें उन्होंने कहा कि नहीं होगा। अरे यार मैं पढ़ा हूँ, नहीं बहुत मुश्किल है तुम्हारे साथ। उन्होंने कहा कि पब्लिक इंटरेस्ट लिटिगेशन नहीं होगा
मिस्टर अभिनव श्रीवास्तव and MS Runa, please just jot down the questions. And Mr. Giri, that's true for you also. जो भी क्वेश्चन की गड़बड़ी है वो हमें लिस्ट करके देते हैं।
डेफिनेटली आईए में लिख दिया, अलग से भी लिख
करें कागज पर देना, आपने दिया है क्या दिया है बस तो भी करना है ना।
ठीक है, उसको एक अलग
बाय इवनिंग टुमारो
उसको सीट पर एक अलग से लिख दिया।
We do not miss on to any one of your contentions. Short. Not necessarily detailed arguments, but paragraph, 2 paragraphs.
ये नहीं है,
Keep it limited to 5 pages, 7 pages.
हम आप पर रिलाई कर रहे हैं। आप
Outer limit 10, not beyond, by tomorrow. Outer limit 10 pages. If you want.
1 minute, my lord, he has jumbled up.
Oh. Is it the same process of jumbling up the questions?
My lordship.
BPSC is having some problems.
If my friend is appearing for commission, then it's a different matter. We can appear for commission and appear for the government, or appear for both.
start when BPSC makes recommendation. I believe, my lord,
Consider that aspect. All. के बाद आता है गवर्नमेंट।
ये नहीं हम नहीं हम बैठ के
गवर्नमेंट के
निकालेंगे।
फंक्शनरी नहीं है, गवर्नमेंट के
की तरफ से अपियर हो सकते हैं।
इंटरफेस है। अब इसको कहाँ कहाँ प्रकाश
स्टेटस दोनों का डिफरेंट।
The exam during course of selection test, question paper was taken out, as a result of which the question paper got circulated all over the state and the question paper leaked. This is the foundation of, my lord, the test has been compromised and a fresh selection test is required. And whether commission justifiably should hold or wrong model answers. So it is in two compartments. I'll 359 applicants. Spanning across 36 districts, not 38.
36. Okay.
Total number of appearing candidates.
Where is this?
Examination center having capacity of 25,000 persons to sit and write. 5,000 applicant candidates. 13 तारीख को यहाँ कितने लोग बैठे? कितने लोग थे कैंडिडेट यहाँ?
Yes. How many candidates were there in Bapu Sabhagar?
12,012. Sitting arrangement was made for 12,012. The candidates who appeared was 5,900 and odd. Even 11.1, they would not be allowed entry. Every person who is in the center is required to be frisked for any electronic gadget. Whether it is invigilator, whether it is staff, no person who is present in the center or at the center is allowed, my lord, entry with any electronic observed. There has been absolutely, nor there is absolutely any evidence to demonstrate that any candidate or any person got entry or sneaked with any electronic device.
Yes.
Apart from that, huge number of jammers were installed across all would exceed 13,000 approximately. And this was provided by Electronic Corporation, ECI, Electronic Corporation of India. Every step was taken to ensure that nothing comes in, nothing goes out. Bapu Sabhagar selection test commenced as scheduled at 12. Large number of applicants were writing their examination. At around 1 o'clock, after 12:45, a handful of applicants started disrupting, saying that there has been delay in distribution of question. The sensitivity, and in order to ensure that the selection test passes smoothly, even assured those handful of applicants creating ruckus that they would be allowed extra time if there has been delay in providing question booklet. Notwithstanding that, some more pretexts or some more, my lordships, allegations were cooked up, namely that the question booklets were not open in presence of the applicants. Applicants, my lordships, gradually increased and it became a sizable number.
This was out of 5,000 students who were writing the exam.
Yes, writing the examination. Majority were writing. It was only a minority of the applicants who, my lord, designedly wanted to disrupt the selection test. Their only object was to disrupt it on one or the other pretext. In this process, one government employee suffered injury. He was not being allowed to be taken out to the hospital. He was out, taking away the booklets. They came out of the exam center. District Magistrate, Senior Superintendent of Police, my lord, rushed to the spot. Those applicants who were also writing their exam peacefully, they were prevented, their question booklets were snatched. So it was a complete hooliganism. And that hooliganism cannot be, my lord, at the spur of the moment, unless there is a sinister design hatched up from before. Some booklets were taken to be convinced that they spread across all other centers. However, there is absolutely no material that the question papers were in any manner transmitted to any of the remaining 911 centers of the state of Bihar. BPSC has taken all precautionary steps.
People, they could come out of the hall with their booklets. They should have been stopped.
My lordships, it was a difficult situation, because if the number, in fact, my lordships, district administration reached there, and I mean the visual is there. Applicants fighting, using fisticuffs, snatching.
And this ruckus took place inside the
It started inside the hall, and later it spread. The same applicants entered other halls. There are different halls.
But inside the campus.
Inside. Outside, their friends were waiting. There are a large number of people who were waiting. And we presumably, and our presumption is not misplaced, that people sponsored by various coaching institutions were awaiting outside.
Why? But why?
They have a vested interest. Coaching institution is the biggest, my lord, nemesis of purity of examination. Anywhere.
You have the authority to regulate, not the recruiting agency, but the state.
My lordship's state.
That let me not. We will be asking questions. You continue with your scheme.
And they took away some of the OMR sheets outside. But what I am trying to drive at is that OMR sheet did not reach any other center by any mode. It could not have reached physically before 2 p.m. It did not reach through any electronic mode. The question booklet were thrown out of the boundary wall. That was around 1:05. So from 1:05, the question reaching other centers, it is impossible. And it was foolproof arrangement. Nobody can claim, not a single applicant, nobody can claim, nor there is any evidence that any applicant or any person inside the center was having, my lord, any electronic gadget to receive something or to transmit something. It could not have been possible unless it was taken that the question paper leaked in the sense that it traveled to other centers. Later on, my lordships, by sending some messages on Twitter, Instagram, etc., newspaper, a story, my lords, I mean, many groups joined. When these kind of situation arises, it is but natural that taking advantage of the situation, my lordship's episode, and then they started fabricating a story that question paper leak, jammer did not work. Let me assume jammer did not work. Where is the evidence that anybody was having a mobile phone or any gadget having a SIM card which could have transmitted or received it? Then, my lordships, post examination, to justify or material to demonstrate and prove that the purity of selection test has been compromised. Reports were called from every center. BPSC scrutinized it. BPSC evaluated every possible information BPSC took a conscious decision. The entire full commission, my lord, took a conscious decision that this is not a case which will require or which will possibly be taken as a ploy to cancel the entire selection test. The report of district magistrate was very categorical. District magistrate had submitted a report to the commission regarding the activities at Bapu examination center.
Annexed it in your counter.
Yes, yes.
Pappu Kumar.
Yes.
All right.
The next you see to the counter.
You'll just give the reference later.
BPSC therefore took a conscious decision that it is in public interest, in the interest for the applicants appearing at Bapu examination center. And hence, a date for re-test was fixed on 4th of January 2025. On 4th of January, my lordships, the total number of applicants who appeared, 5943.
That is more than the candidates who sat, who
5943.
5,009. And the first time it was 5,900
And 5,900 odd below, and later on the base dash could not be identified how many further candidates had appeared. Since the total number of seat plan was for 12,012 candidates.
The entire examination all over the state, apart from these measures, has been videographed. If the court feels persuaded in any manner, even though there is no material, we can produce video graphed selection test any moment. Bapu Sabhagar was also having similar video facility. And it is in this context, my friends have taken to the report of district magistrate. My lordships, I am tempted to refer it again. Kindly come to the report of the district magistrate. On these grounds, the selection test is tinkered. I'm apprehensive that no selection body would be able to conduct any selection test. Disruptors are always there, my lordships. Howsoever stringent measures may be taken. Lecture C, page 52 of the counter affidavit.
Yes.
This is the covering letter. Next page, my lords, is detailed exhaustive report. परीक्षा की तिथि को सभी प्रतिनियुक्त दंडाधिकारी, पुलिस पदाधिकारी एवं पुलिस बल ससमय अपने कर्तव्य पर उपस्थित थे। सभी परीक्षार्थियों को भी ससमय शांतिपूर्ण ढंग से प्रवेश करा दिया गया। परीक्षा केंद्र पर प्रश्न पत्र भी ससमय करीब 10:55 बजे पूर्वाह्न में जोनल होने पर कुछ परीक्षार्थी केंद्राधीक्षक एवं वीक्षकों के यह समझाने के बावजूद कि विलंब के लिए अतिरिक्त समय दिया जाएगा, हंगामा करने लगे। परीक्षार्थियों की आपत्ति इस बिंदु पर थी कि उनके ही कमरे में सील्ड बॉक्स को क्यों नहीं खोला गया। शोरगुल सुनकर अन्य कई कमरों के कुछ छात्र भी बाहर निकल आए और बुकलेट एवं उपस्थिति पत्रक छीनकर फाड़ने लगे। उनके द्वारा यह अफवाह भी फैलाई जा रही थी कि परीक्षा रद्द हो गई है, जिस कारण कुछ अन्य परीक्षार्थी भी बाहर आ गए और बुकलेट एवं OMR शीट लेकर परीक्षा केंद्र के बाहर परिसर में एकत्रित हो गए। उन्हीं में से एक परीक्षार्थी ने ट्रंक स्थित पत्रक आदि प्रपत्रों को क्षतिग्रस्त कर दिया। इसके बावजूद उपस्थित दंडाधिकारी एवं पुलिस बल द्वारा स्थिति को नियंत्रित करते हुए शेष परीक्षा को संपन्न कराया गया। सूचना प्राप्त होते ही जिला पदाधिकारी एवं वरीय पुलिस अधीक्षक पटना भी केंद्र पर पहुंचे और स्थिति को नियंत्रित किया, अन्यथा भारी तोड़फोड़ एवं आगजनी कर परीक्षा नहीं होने दिया जाता। नियंत्रित परिस्थिति में विलंब निम्न कारणों से हुआ। चूंकि परीक्षा भूतल के साथ साथ सभी 5 तल्लों पर आयोजित की गई थी, जिसमें हजारों की संख्या में परीक्षार्थी भाग ले रहे थे। विधिवत तरीके से प्रश्न पत्र का सील बॉक्स खोलने के पश्चात क्रमवार तरीके से अभ्यर्थियों को प्रश्न पत्र उपलब्ध कराया जाने लगा। प्रत्येक हॉल में 273 अभ्यर्थियों के बैठने की व्यवस्था थी एवं प्रत्येक स्टील बॉक्स में 192 स्टील बॉक्स में रखे गए टीडीएस बैग को दूसरे परीक्षा हॉल में शेयर करना था ताकि प्रश्न पत्रों को क्रमवार तरीके से परीक्षा के नियमानुसार अभ्यर्थियों को बांटा जा सके। टीडीएस बैग को एक हॉल से दूसरे हॉल में ले जाने तथा क्रमबद्ध अनुसार खोला गया है और विलंब के लिए उन्हें अतिरिक्त समय उपलब्ध कराया जाएगा, किंतु परीक्षार्थी हंगामा करने पर आतुर थे। संपूर्णतया ऐसा प्रतीत होता है कि देर से प्रश्न पत्र बुकलेट वितरण का बहाना बनाते हुए कुछ परीक्षार्थियों द्वारा परीक्षा रद्द करवाने की साजिश के तहत सुनियोजित तरीके से अफवाह फैलाकर नहीं लेकर जाना था, लेकिन कुछ परीक्षार्थियों ने ऐसा कृत्य करते हुए परीक्षा की प्रक्रिया को भंग करने का प्रयास किया। अभ्यर्थियों के द्वारा परीक्षा कक्ष में हंगामे के दौरान एक शिक्षक श्री राम इकबाल सिंह को दिल का दौरा पड़ा, जिसे तुरंत अस्पताल ले जाने की व्यवस्था में बाहर भी मौजूद था, जो कि बाहर से हंगामा करने पर आतुर थे। कुछ अभ्यर्थियों ने केंद्राधीक्षक को घेर कर परीक्षा निरस्त होने की घोषणा करने हेतु दबाव बनाया, लेकिन ऐसी कोई घोषणा नहीं की गई। इसके अतिरिक्त कुछ परीक्षार्थी तोड़फोड़ एवं अन्य प्रकार से व्यवधान के विरुद्ध सख्त अनुशासनिक एवं कानूनी कार्रवाई करने के साथ साथ हत्या का मुकदमा Lord will kindly come to the decision of the Public Service Commission, which is on page 58. This has not been shown to my lords up till now. प्रारंभिक प्रतियोगिता परीक्षा के अंतर्गत पटना जिला में अवस्थित परीक्षा केंद्र इतना बापू परीक्षा परिसर मौर्य विहार कॉलोनी कुम्हरार में बाधित हुई परीक्षा के संबंध में आयोग को प्राप्त प्रतिवेदन के आलोक में आयोग के निर्णय के संबंध में परीक्षा परिषद मौर्य विहार कॉलोनी कुम्हरार पटना पर कुछ परीक्षार्थियों द्वारा प्रश्न पत्र की सील वितरण से पहले से खुली होने और वितरण के बाद विलंब से प्रारंभ होने की बात कहकर हंगामा और भ्रम की स्थिति उत्पन्न की गई एवं परीक्षा बाधित की गई। जिलाधिकारी पटना द्वारा इतना को तत्संबंधी सूचना दिए जाने के बाद आयोग कार्यालय द्वारा परीक्षा केंद्र निवेदन में प्रश्न पत्र वितरण में 10 से 15 मिनट विलंब होने की बात बताई गई है। साथ ही केंद्राधीक्षक एवं शिक्षकों द्वारा धैर्यपूर्वक बार-बार परीक्षा में भाग लेने हेतु अनुरोध किए जाने एवं विलंब के लिए अतिरिक्त समय दिए जाने की बात कहने के बावजूद भी कुछ परीक्षार्थियों परीक्षा भूतल के साथ साथ सभी 5 स्थलों पर आयोजित की गई थी। प्रत्येक हॉल में इतने अभ्यर्थियों के बैठने की व्यवस्था थी। प्रत्येक स्टील बॉक्स में 192 प्रश्न पत्र थे, जिसके कारण प्रश्न पत्रों को एक हॉल से दूसरे हॉल में शेयर करना था। इसके कारण प्रश्न पत्रों के टीएस बैग को एक हॉल से दूसरे हॉल में ले जाने तथा क्रमबद्ध रूप से वितरित करते हुए में लगे सीसीटीवी का वीडियो क्लिप को देखने से स्पष्ट हो रहा है कि उक्त परीक्षा केंद्र पर परीक्षा के प्रारंभ में कतिपय अभ्यर्थियों द्वारा परीक्षा को बाधित किया गया एवं अन्य अभ्यर्थियों को भी परीक्षा देने से रोका गया। इसके बावजूद बहुतायत संख्या तथा परीक्षा 12:30 बजे अपराह्न प्रारंभ होने की शिकायत करते हुए कुछ परीक्षार्थियों ने अफवाह फैलाकर परीक्षा को बाधित किया, जिसके कारण अन्य परीक्षार्थी भी परीक्षा में भाग इससे स्पष्ट होता है कि कथित रूप से सामग्री बांटने में विलंब, सील खुलने रहने की अफवाह फैलाकर कुछ उपद्रवी छात्रों द्वारा शोर मचाकर परीक्षा को बाधित किया गया और अन्य छात्रों को परीक्षा देने से रोका गया। उपर्युक्त वर्णित तथ्यों, जिलाधिकारी पटना द्वारा समर्पित प्रतिवेदन तथा आयोग स्तर पर की गई समीक्षा क्रम में निम्नांकित स्थिति उभरती है। बापू सभा केंद्र पर मजदूर इत्यादि व्यवस्था करने की जिम्मेवारी भी बीएसईबी की थी। यह केंद्र पूर्ण रूप से बिहार विद्यालय परीक्षा समिति के प्रशासनिक नियंत्रण में था। आयोग के किसी पदाधिकारी की प्रतिनियुक्ति नहीं की गई थी, अर्थात उस केंद्र पर सुचारू रूप से परीक्षा का आयोजन करने की पूर्ण जिम्मेवारी बिहार विद्यालय परीक्षा समिति की थी। जिला पदाधिकारी द्वारा विद्यालय परीक्षा समिति द्वारा उक्त केंद्र पर पर्याप्त मानव संसाधन वीक्षक बक्सा पहुंचाने के लिए की संख्या में परीक्षार्थियों की परीक्षा ली जानी थी। उस केंद्र पर बिहार विद्यालय परीक्षा समिति द्वारा परीक्षा आयोजन की आवश्यक अग्रिम तैयारियां एवं रिहर्सल किया जाना था, लेकिन इस संबंध में बीएसईबी के पदाधिकारियों द्वारा गंभीर प्रशासनिक चूक हुई है। यह हैरानी की बात है कि केंद्र से 10 स्टील ट्रंक जो पूरी तरह सुरक्षित और सील थे और जिन्हें खोला तक नहीं गया था, कोविड दिनांक 13/12/24 की संध्या आयोग कार्यालय में वापस किया गया। स्पष्ट रूप से बापू परीक्षा में करीब 5300 परीक्षार्थी परीक्षा पूर्ण कर ओएमआर उत्तर पुस्तिका लौटा सके, लेकिन बहुत सारे परीक्षार्थी उपद्रवी तत्वों द्वारा रोकने के कारण तथा प्रश्न पत्र विलंब से नहीं मिलने के कारण परीक्षा में भाग नहीं ले पाए। साथ ही विभिन्न न्यूज चैनलों पर चलाए जा रहे वीडियो क्लिपों से यह स्पष्ट होता है कि कुछ परीक्षार्थियों द्वारा परीक्षा परिषद केंद्र को छोड़कर राज्य के शेष 911 केंद्रों पर परीक्षा शांतिपूर्ण रूप से बिना किसी घटना के पूर्ण होने की सूचना केंद्राधीक्षक समान परिस्थिति एवं आयोग द्वारा उस केंद्र पर पुनर्परीक्षा कराने के वर्तमान निर्णय के आलोक में बापू परीक्षा केंद्र पर भी पुनर्परीक्षा लेने का निर्णय उचित एवं न्याय संगत होगा। सभी उपलब्ध साक्ष्य आयोग की परीक्षा की सूचिका बनाए रखने उन परीक्षार्थियों के व्यापक हित को देखते हुए आयोग ने निर्णय लिया है। सो माय लॉर्ड, the requisite statutory prescription 10 times of the vacancy. My lordship's candidate who have been successful in.
When did you publish the result?
The result was published. Is 23/1/25.
And how many candidates have passed?
My lordship, the total, there are two.
How many persons? 10 times. After calculating 10 times, how many persons you have declared passed?
21,583. They have been found, my lord, eligible. Marks are my friend, my lord, instructs that 2,03,000 and odd. They have not secured, my lord, the minimum qualifying marks.
No, we are not concerned with that. We are not concerned with that. Yes.
In this case and other cases also.
So one counter affidavit we can
Will
get.
suffice. It's a very exhaustive counter affidavit dealing with all the issues which has been urged and which has been raised in the writ applications.
Mr. Shahi, you complete your arguments, then we'll be asking you a few questions.
Yes.
What is coming to us?
Yes. My lords will kindly come to paragraph 25. That it is stated that after having exam 13 December 24 and 4th January 25 prepared by high-level committee of subject experts. An advertisement was issued on 8th January 25 inviting objections, if any, about provisional answer keys from candidates during 10,125 to 16,125. This has great significance for the reason that the courts have, my lord, dealt with in favor of somebody who has not availed this opportunity. It was also informed in the press note that final answer keys will be published after the subject experts have considered all the objections of the candidates. It may please be mentioned here that inviting objections on provisional answer key is general practice being followed by commission for all its examination is a part to keep exam process completely fair. Committee came to the conclusion that out of 150 questions of general studies paper, for question number 58, 101, 114 and 117, of one I series for which examination held on 4/1/25 were required to be deleted for detailed reasons recorded against every such question in the report. The subject expert committee also finalized answer keys for all the questions for which examinations were held on 13/12/24 and 4/1/25. It may be added here that the commission doesn't interfere.
We come to page para 27.
Para
27.
It is stated that before filing OMR sheets as an abundant measure of precaution and transparency, the commission made all OMR sheets of candidates published and accessible.
ये क्या? What is this process?
Scanned copy.
Scanned copy of every candidate. It's put on.
Yes, on the website.
And
Now,
I mean, must be accessible only to that candidate with a passport.
yes.
Is this a regular procedure or
Yes.
adopted this time?
Commission, my lordship, is based on experience. Every examining body, including Public Service Commission, my lords, that it is stated that after having considered
After that,
Objections are invited.
my lords will kindly.
objections are invited that I had not answered. Like.
Somebody, whether that has been not checked and tampered or any complaint.
My lords will now kindly come to the detailed, my lordship's evaluation done by the experts. Page bus, Lord. निकाल के तो हम page 64. I'll kindly come to, I'll show both the examination viewer. My lords have got that.
Yes.
एक वस्तुनिष्ठ प्रश्नों प्रश्न पत्र 1 से 150 तक के औपबंधिक उत्तरों में को आयोग के वेबसाइट पर प्रदर्शित करते हुए उम्मीदवारों से आपत्ति सुझाव की मांग की गई। तत्पश्चात प्राप्त आपत्तियों की जांच समीक्षा दिनांक 17/1/85 को बिहार लोक सेवा आयोग पटना में आयोजित विषय विशेषज्ञ समिति की बैठक में संपन्न की गई एवं सीरीज ई के प्रश्न पत्र This is after, my lord, considering 4,900 odd objections. Now, my lordships will kindly come to page, not only the answer, kindly come to page 65 onwards. How detailed consideration has been given. Question number 1, no change. Pyrite is an ore for extraction of sulfur.
Acha, what is an ore?
Yes. Question number 4, no change. Shifting of capital from Kolkata to Delhi took place in 1912. In 19... Question number 30, no change. Financial year 23 means 1st April 23 to 31st March 24. IIP data reveals that in financial year 2023, capital goods and infrastructure, construction goods increased 31.
वो सब की जरूरत नहीं है. अब आ जाइए क्वेश्चन नंबर 43.
43, no change.
लोक संग्रह.
Lok Sangharsh was one of the Lok Sangrah was one of the newspaper published by Swami Sahajana.
And what was the question? Somebody had mentioned it.
That it was a weekly magazine. They were monthly newspapers. They were weekly newspapers. I'll take to my lordships.
Question number 100.
Question number 100. No change. Malik Kafur was purchased by Nusrat Khan. J.L. Mehta, Advanced History of Medieval India, volume so and so. Also, my lord, fire extinguisher. Question number 93. Mr. Abhinav was referring to this. Question number 93. Sodium by Dill sulfuric acid is better than Kong sulfuric acid.
And question number 84.
Question number 84. P.N. Ojha is the editor of the book 100 Years of Indian National Congress. What was asked was asked who is the editor.
Richel and Vijay.
And also subsequent judgment of Vijay. Has said that the court should not, my lordships, become experts. Number 1, number 2, my lords, in the interest of my lord, the overall public interest, and the interest of aspiring applicants, my lord, the view of Lord should kindly see. It's a big committee. See the signature on page 64. These are the experts, different subject experts.
Experts are experts.
BPSC, my lord, takes the services of experts.
All right. Yes.
Next, page 68 is with regard to examination conducted on 4th January. The questions might and in every my lord decision, the experts have assigned reasons. It is not ipse dixit.
if an answer is wrong, then one number is given to all.
All.
What is the fun in deleting?
Fun in deleting is, my lordship.
So you don't. So then it becomes 149 or
Yes.
148 or
Yes.
147.
Yes. Since, my lord, the
And then you're through.
this is a general tendency, my lord. Every applicant thinks that he has written better.
Let us not. I mean, they are young students. If they are students,
I'm not criticizing.
उस पर क्यों कहें? उनकी अपनी.
I'm not criticizing, but this is. नहीं, मैं ये कह रहा हूं कि हमने एग्जाम दिया तो मैं उम्मीद करता हूं कि उनको क्वालिफाई करना चाहिए.
ठीक. अब ये बताएं.
हाँ.
नाउ इसके अलावा क्या कहना है आपका?
नहीं, मेरा एक और अगर क्वेश्चन में कहीं हिंदी और
वैसा तो बहस नहीं किया किसी ने.
मेरा काउंटर एफिडेविट बहुत एग्जॉस्टिव है एंड आई हैव डेल्ट विद एवरी एस्पेक्ट.
हमें एक
मिनट सप्लीमेंट्री भी देख लीजिए.
हाँ, पहले कर लीजिए. When you say that you are done, then we will be asking questions. We have few queries to make.
हम लोगों को भी रिप्लाई का
Copy sir.
Already we have filed in counter in this case.
Why to take this objection? फोटो करके कुछ जिनको नहीं है उनको आप दे दीजिए. क्या फर्क पड़ता है उससे?
अरे पप्पू जो आपके केस में है वही पप्पू में है. आप
जितने लगे हुए हैं जो इसमें है.
Why do you foster this argument? Why can't you give it?
हाँ दिलवा.
We do
these
not,
trivial
we do
objections,
not,
I do not believe
we
in.
do not accept trivial objection from. Never keep anybody dissatisfied where you have the capabilities of satisfying.
I need not, my lord, place each paragraph. इस पूरी तरह एक्सप्लेन्ड है. 3-4 पैराग्राफ.
पेज नंबर मिस्टर पांडे, tell us the running page number.
नहीं किया है.
नहीं किया है, कहीं से बोल रहे हैं.
The supplementary counter of filed by the commission.
हाँ, तो आपने पेजिंग किया है नहीं किया?
पेजिंग नहीं किया है.
अभी तक तो आप पेजिंग बता रहे थे. वो समीर कुमार सिन्हा.
हाँ.
फाइल्ड ऑन 21/2/2025.
Yes.
हाँ जी बताइए.
इसका 3-4 पैराग्राफ मैं दिखाऊंगा.
हाँ, इंटरनल पेज केवल बताएंगे आप. सब पेजिनेशन किया हुआ है.
Further stated that as per standard protocol of the commission, after strict physical frisking, candidates are allowed entry into the exam hall from 9:30 a.m. to 11 a.m. for all the exams starting at 12 a.m. No candidate is allowed to enter any examination center after 11 a.m. Bluetooth, iPad, etc. inside the examination center. They are allowed entry only after thorough and careful frisking by district police. As such, it is impossible for any candidate, staff or invigilator to carry any electronic communication device in the examination center. Further stated that at about 13,213 jammers to restrict, deny access to mobile internet connectivity. All jammers are activated once the last candidate has entered in the examination hall at 11 a.m. and continue to remain activated till end of exam. Thus, all candidates are practically confined to electronically sanitized exam hall where there is no mobile or internet connectivity, wireless signals are available. They are totally cut off from mobile internet connectivity available to outside world. Hence, it is examination centers 9:30 a.m. and continue to remain activated after completion of the examination. It is stated pathetic for the petitioners to claim that 11,500 persons had seen the question paper at 2:47 p.m. Such claim is of no consequences as exam was over by 2 p.m. But does not prove that any unfair means was adopted on large scale and does not prove that any candidate was actually benefited. It is not an indication that exam process was vitiated. Even if some had seen the question paper, the petitioners have failed to throw light as to how could anybody solve 150 questions in available few minutes, and whether and how in sanitized exam halls anybody could have possibly communicated with any candidate. The petitioners have so and so, so and so. Then my lordship, para 8 is however, Deputy Inspector General Economic Offence Unit Bihar Patna informed the commission-wide letter that no action has been taken by Economic Offence Unit as no evidence was adduced by the said candidate with respect to alleged irregularity. The EOU has further informed that commission that it has not received any application of petitioner with respect to a averment made in para 13 of the writ application. Each and every allegation has been.
हमने देख लिया, फिर आपकी numbers देख ली, I've read your supplementary.
My lordship, is a copy.
Now to the judgment that a wayfarer ought not to be heard.
This is my lordship's. वहां देने दीजिए ना. हाँ ठीक. Para 25 में kindly, my lords में kindly. My lords will kindly.
Yes.
Kindly see first it's so and so appearing for Bihar Staff Selection Commission for brevity so and so asserted that the PIL has been filed without any locus standi, and the two candidates who had appeared in examination had moved writ petition which were pending before single judge having roster. Writ petitions were kept pending since PIL was pending before division bench, and the entire selection process is put on hold because of pendency of writ petitions, especially since the petitioner have sought for cancellation. Para 21 on para 25. I'll start from para, my lordships, 21. The mere fact that there was negligence on the part of invigilators in handing over the mobile phone before conclusion of examination cannot lead to cancellation of entire examination unless such action leading to uploading of a question paper, a direct result been uploaded after the examination commenced, but an hour before its conclusion. The Commission cancelled the first session of examination on ITNA and conducted a fresh test. Hence, the Commission was not concerned only with financial implication, and we are of the considered opinion that, as has been held in Sachin Kumar, the Commission balanced the two.
And
then my
para 24. Para 24.
Para 20. In fact 24.
हाँ, वो कामगार यूनियन में जो कहा कि if he is a wayfarer, we don't trust doors are shut for him.
Yes, if a citizen is no more than a wayfarer or
officious intervener
without any interest or concern beyond what
belongs to any one of the 660 million. I am, personally speaking, I don't question the locus in a public interest litigation only for this reason, that in order to avoid the very system of locus, this PIL scheme was devised. Now, of course, a court bird or somebody who is trying to gain publicity, somebody who is having
what else was petitioner of first case doing?
He was an advocate, but nonetheless, we will discuss.
No, the manner in which my lord published.
All right. Now, there are few questions.
Yes.
You must.
Judgment some दिखला देते हैं.
हाँ, दिखला दीजिए उसके.
My lordships, in one of the cases, my lord, the Chief Justice will recollect, my lords had directed for fresh expert examination of assistant.
With respect to science, physics and chemistry, I want
And the division bench considered almost all judgments of Supreme Court. In writ petition, Honorable, the Chief Justice was
where you have given the the division bench
BLJ, sorry. I am extremely sorry.
BLJ.
BLJ, page 673.
The division bench of Patna High Court sets like the single judges. Where is that single judges?
Single judge वाला नहीं.
ठीक.
with respect to higher judiciary,
वो नहीं, this was the case of my lord engineers, assistant engineer.
Yes, yes, yes.
Mr. Harsh Singh was,
Yes.
So this was my lord judgment while sitting singly,
Oh.
which was set aside by division bench.
Which my brother was-
But this is interesting. My lord decided sitting singly,
Yes.
and the division bench comprises one of the judges
One of the judges.
sitting. This division bench has considered as to what would be the implication of not filing objection. There cannot be a generalized, my lordships, conveying that notwithstanding that I have not filed objection, stretch to that extent. I am apprehensive whether any commission, much less my lord Bihar Public Service Commission, would be able to finalize any selection process. It can't be an endless process.
शाही जी कल बोले थे कि आधा घंटा का हजू खत्म कर देंगे, आधा घंटा भी नहीं लगेगा।
धैर्य रखिए, आजकल आप बाहर निकलते हैं तो आपका मोल्ड बदल जाता है, अंदर आते हैं तो अभी देखे हैं प्राइम मिनिस्टर ने जो पॉडकास्ट में कहा है कि धैर्यवान होना चाहिए।
आप सीधे बोले थे कि आधा घंटा, आप खाली रिमाइंड कर दो। शॉर्ट में बैठे हुए हैं।
Division bench is, my lord, of to similar effect. 2025 volume 1 PLJR page 583.
Give the सबको लेकर सब citation सब पास करना। Yes.
Then, my lordships, the same commission (67). Wrong questions with regard to. Then the division bench says which objections can be considered. A very exhaustive judgment.
We have to do we have to do.
Aspect which has been more or less conveyed that since there are two tests,
No, we will be asking you unless you address yourself.
yes,
आप पूछिए, एड्रेस करिए उसको, टू टेस्ट्स का उनका आर्गुमेंट।
my lordships, there is no necessity of, my lord, rationalization or naturalization.
Normalization.
Normalization. The result, my lord, is not something, a very, I'd say,
process of standardization of results. So they say that first time when you said that there will be no
my
normalization.
lordships, what difference does it make? They are applicants of 13th. 13-12. One applicant, my lord, who was appearing at Bapu Center, he has qualified on 4th. And 2 of 13.
All right, normalization is an issue which private parties, one person whose writ petition is not here, he has argued. I don't know why the stand of the students kept on shifting. Initially, they were against normalization. Now they want normalization. Under which you called a meeting of all these coaching homes.
My lordships, we called.
But why did you call? You are creating that situation.
My lordships, calling meeting before the exam, before the test.
We are not on this examination.
It was in the month of September.
We are not on the purity of the examination.
My lordships,
What is this procedure? Asking these people to come, taking questions from them. Aren't you giving a kind
we
of?
have not. Who said we have taken questions from them?
You say.
No. Where do we say that?
You have denied that.
Yes. No question. We don't take questions. My lordships.
But you held a meeting with
yes,
coaching owners.
we admit because
For
that
what
is
purpose?
My lordships, the commission takes my lord's suggestion from as a council. I may say that perhaps that could have been, my lord, avoided. But that doesn't change the
No. Are we talking? We are not questioning that. On that basis, it was sometimes in September.
In fact, I'll be advising the commission to desist from this kind
Naturally,
of.
that gave the students. Now, is your have you given a statement that you have followed the SOP to the word?
Yes. Which part of SOP, my lord? None of them has pointed out we have breached any of this.
Now tell me one thing. Now the district manager. अभी आपसे
ऐसे बोलने से आप कुछ भी बोल दीजिए तो क्या हो जाएगा? एविडेंस दीजिएगा ना?
आपने did you not file a case against the person or group of persons? Only one student took out from the trunk.
We have filed case.
You have filed it. Give us the details of those cases. What action was he a student? You must have identified.
Paragraph 13 of the counter affidavit of Kumar, I have stated.
What have you said? Only one case has been filed.
Yes, that
And
is under investigation.
It is
3
under.
persons were arrested. Perhaps they have got the bail.
No, bail में जाना the अलग बात है.
That
But if they were a student, did they write the examination again? I think this information would have been very crucial for you to say that they were not students and they were found inside the premises. They were arrested there. So therefore, there is a possibility of these people creating disturbance.
I'll get back with that information.
You get back with that information. Till that time, we will hear
Yes,
them.
we will get back.
So therefore, I think you are giving them a long rope and you're going on back foot every time. Why?
Dividing them. We have divided.
Who all could be identified as students? It's very simple. It is very simple. You have the photograph of all such students who are applicants. Now, why you allowed it to blow to this proportion? Why?
My lords, when there is a rumor.
No, rumor, all right. You say that you had. I mean, if 50 or 100 people can hold the entire state for ransom, I think it's your failure as a government. Who are these people? They can't be students with a pen and instrument box. I'm but why? We have all sympathies for students, but let them be students only, no? तो कहाँ क्या किया है केस में?
11 students of Bapu Paisa have been debarred, and 2 of others.
Debarred. All of them have been granted bail.
Only
Right.
some have, 3 perhaps will have
I'll come back, my lord.
Please have that information, because that is, you could have nipped it in bud. I mean, you would have finished that everything. I mean, question, all right, they have every right to object. Question, answers, it's proof of your calling coaching center people for any opinion. That is the first ground for suspecting that there was a paper leak, or maybe they knew, or maybe their centers, the questions given by them was uplifted and made. That's what PIL was.
One of the tests which can be applied. What is the percentage of, my lord, past candidates?
All right, yes. You.
I'll get back with the information.
2:15, though 2:15 there is another bench, but we will postpone it. We will conclude it today.
My lord, with regard to the PIL, my lord, the BPSC has objected something, my lord, which I want to submit. Only I'll take 1 minute.
We will ask you. We will ask you.
I'll
Please
take only
hold
1
on
minute.
No, till 2:15.
There are coaching masters and there are unscrupulous people only in Patna and not other part of the state. In every center, there are vested elements who are interested in unfair means. My lord will please consider it. His whole argument is that there are unscrupulous people here in Patna. They were trying to get it done, and unfair means, etc., etc. Therefore, this was pre-planned and everything was done. That's not. If that is a fact, it is everywhere. It's not that in Chhapra there is no such kind of coaching center. Again, I had already argued, there are series of complaints filed with roll number by candidates on the one day or on the same day. Serious allegations. Where was the forum to lead evidence before whom we are supposed to lead evidence?
Now you have made that.
That point my friend has not answered. What was weighing in the mind of it? What was the weighing in the mind where such a serious subject? Now kindly come to page, other.
Mr. Giri, after lunch.
Very good. Not the same bench will continue.
We have told you, no?
Yes.
We will postpone other matters. It must be
Now, yes,
finished.
ठीक है इसको.
On the points that have not even been answered by the respondent, we need not repeat those points.
You need not?
We need not repeat those points.
No, you will get an opportunity. You can say that.
What I'm saying, madam, is respondents in the reply, madam, the arguments that have been done, some of the points that have been raised by us, madam, I'm afraid they have not even been touched.
Anyway, you remind us.
The
These points have not been touched.
argument is that everything is fair. All rules are followed. The normal course.
I mean, what had you been? Forget about it.
That's only the
Whether we accept his argument or not is a different thing. But suppose you were defending the organization, what would you argue?
We were also under confusion in which state we have come. Such a fine administration of commission. Everything 1 to 1 to 1 to 1 to 4. That is a theory. What has happened in the practice, my friend has not answered. General, yes, The rules are there. If it is followed, well and good. But you are not following that.
I said platitudinous motion.
The notional situation has been painted before your lordship. Notional, ideal. Where is the attached situation existing? That is the question.
ये प्लेटिट्यूडनस बोल रहे हैं, आप नोशनल बोल रहे हैं। बड़ा मुश्किल है।
क्या?
दोनों को कंबाइन कर दें तो बड़ा मुश्किल है।
जो अच्छा लगे वो चुन ले।
जो चुन लीजिए, बात एक ही है।